You could spend your entire life attempting to solve a Rubik's Cube by doing it a single side at a time. Yet if you know what you're doing, it can actually be solved in 3.47 seconds. It's a pretty big difference. Hi, my name's Dan. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Cinchy. Today I'm going to introduce how you can eliminate the integration tax using a zero-copy approach. So today, in the enterprise, everyone loves applications, but nobody likes data silos. And the traditional approaches to data architecture don't solve the data problem. They don't remove the complexity. They solve for the symptoms and looking at really just a single side of the cube. The more apps you have, the more silos. The more silos, the more integration. This is a $700 billion global problem, and every year it gets more expensive. That's the integration tax. Today you have hardware and then you build software, but the bulk of the complexity in the software is figuring out the data problem, how to store it, how to connect it. There's a huge opportunity to introduce dataware to allow the software of the future to really focus on the business problem and become businessware. This idea of dataware applies the proven collaboration paradigm to data. Collaboration has changed everything in how we work. COVID's done nothing but accelerate that. Dataware gradually replaces the 40-year-old integration approach with a modern collaboration approach. You connect your cloud applications, your legacy apps, your new apps to a common data fabric that manages data through links, not copies. And what it's doing is it's pulling the best out of the evolutions to data architecture that have taken place over the past number of decades, but without the compromises. The architecture is such that it's changing how you deliver applications so that the applications solve, again, the business problem, not the data problem over and over again. Think of the dataware as the power grid and the applications as the buildings that are simply hooked into the grid. They don't need a power plant. The amount of savings opportunity here is so large that it sounds way too good to be true. But if you look at the traction that we have with our customers in deploying dataware, big logo, zero churn, massive expansion in a very short amount of time in market, and not only are they using it, they're using it across the board, across dozens of use cases. Here's an example of really just the journey of a single organization transforming from app-centric to data-centric using dataware to facilitate that. Here's a $1 trillion financial services firm doing the same. These organizations are using this radical new approach and unlocking unprecedented agility. So let's check out the platform in action. So we use it to run our entire company. So I'm logged in using my own credentials, looking at our entire knowledge network. This is basically our company's brain, and it's showing me only what I have access to. I can zoom into a domain, we can go to human resources, we can find employees. Think of this as Google Maps, but we're looking at the satellite view of all of our data. Well, let's go into and look for customer. Well, let's go down from the satellite view into the street view. Well, now we're actually looking at our customer data. And I'm looking at it in a tabular view, but maybe I want to open it up in a form style view. I want to see a 360 view. Show me all the opportunities, show me all the orders, show me all the sales agreements and all the health checks and all the projects and all the tickets, and just show me everything about this. And this is for a customer. I can do the same for any entity on the fabric. In fact, I use this to run our entire business as our customers start to transition. Whether I want to look at data in a tabular view, a graph style view, a calendar view, those are all just experiences. They're skins. They're decoupled from the data. Now, if we look at an example of a single data set, let's look at the data fabric in action. Let's look at a people data set. Now, this people data set is actually blended using the fabric from multiple sources. You can see Salesforce, you can see Freshdesk, you can see Native. But if you go to a single record, you can see there is legacy systems, there is commercial AI, homegrown AI, people, and APIs, all collaborating on data. Check out Cinchy.tv for more information on how you can rid yourself of the integration tax and double your IT capacity. So I'm Dan, and we are Cinchy. And Cinchy means simple.